Hand clap to the master brothers and sisters. We're back again for the second reaction video I've dropped on this here YouTube platform. Welcome to the one and only Mystelics Reacts channel. Brothers and sisters, don't forget to check out the previous one. That link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And of course, don't forget to also do what? Click the like button, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button, helping these algorithms to push these videos further and further. Alright, brothers and sisters, and of course, subscribe and turn on that post notifications to get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through. And of course, helping this channel to grow further and further in that regard, brothers and sisters. Don't forget also, brothers and sisters, to listen to the full video, please. My goodness gracious. Listen to the full video, brothers and sisters. Starting now and then continuing, brothers and sisters. If you would like I indicated before, you can also run the video in fast pace by switching the speed of this video. If you think it is going to take time, brothers and sisters, of course, it also helps. But the reason why I tend to speak fast, brothers and sisters, is because it has a lot to do with the brain. It has a lot to do with the brain, sorry. But on the basis of you guys listening. But you can also fast pace the vibrations to also get the vibes, you know, in your brain as well, brothers and sisters. It's a kind of a scientific kind of thing. You can also do research on that. Certain people, it tends to affect them better than others. But of course, just so you know, brothers and sisters. Anyways, without further ado, let us get to the vibrations, for which we have great news, brothers and sisters, concerning the Wednesday Walkers. In the case against the Wednesday Walkers, brothers and sisters, of course, that has been discontinued right there. So you mean to tell me they brought a case against the Wednesday Walkers who have the right to walk, brothers and sisters, but of course, monies were put in place in that regard to then try their best to see if they can break their spirits of sorts. And of course, Mr. Athimate was one of the individuals heavily involved in that vibrations. But of course, good news, brothers and sisters, the case against us, as indicated right there, the Wednesday Walkers has been discontinued. Finally, over 2 years of harassment for walking illness. So that means the state or whoever put these people in front of the courts used the monies, the local people's monies. Maybe that's why they discontinued the case, because they realized all the monies they use in, brothers and sisters. Apparently, Dominica doesn't have that amount of money to be taking people in court uselessly. So they just discontinued the case just like that. All right. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let us continue right there. So kudos, give a thumbs up if you have not done so for these individuals, of course, for fighting a good fight right there. And of course, continue doing what they tend to do in that regard right there, brothers and sisters. Moving along, brothers and sisters, we have yet again another planned outage. AKA load management, AKA load shedding, going to be taking place tomorrow, brothers and sisters, the 19th July. 2024 from 2:30 to 8:30. What? Oh, okay. From 2:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And of course, this is going to be in the Funkley Industrial Area, Ravincock, Griffin Lane, brothers and sisters, Goodwill Road. I guess Griffin Lane is in Goodwill. From Woodbridge Bay to the entrance of St. Alphonsus Catholic Church. And of course, brothers and sisters, Tarish Street, Gotter Village, Didier Lane, Libla Lane, all the lanes, brothers and sisters, more lanes coming into effect right there. Benjamin Lane, Sister Anne Lane, you get the point, brothers and sisters. Jolly's Lane and all of them right there. Plenty lanes, brothers and sisters. They'll be doing that in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, moving along in that regard, something closely related to that. And this is it right there, brothers and sisters. The DLP government turned Domlek into a Christmas light. Christmas tree light, brothers and sisters, or Christmas lighting tree, whichever they want to call it, brothers and sisters, just going on and off. On and off. On and off, brothers and sisters. Christmas is still far. Even though I have to tell people Merry Christmas on a daily basis when I tend to see them, brothers and sisters. But Christmas is still far off. But it seems like this individual has indicated that, you know, the Dominica Labour Party government has turned Domlek into a Christmas tree, brothers and sisters, with the Christmas tree lights going on and off. On and off, on and off, as indicated right there. You know, you willfully turn off the lights in these areas, of course, affected communities. So I guess that's how it is in Dominica, brothers and sisters, of course. Anyways, brothers and sisters, moving along right there, there seems to be something that is taking place around the place, brothers and sisters. And of course, I don't know if the little people think that, hey, they want to get involved in the only F thing, you know. But at this point, this individual is saying, I believe the Ministry of Education should put out a statement about the graphic materials coming from the schools in Dominica. It's not only in Dominica, but other places as well tend to have this. But that is not an excuse, brothers and sisters. That is definitely not an excuse. Oh, it happened in other schools, so they shouldn't say nothing about it. Stop your dirty ways, man. Stop your everlasting, unbelievably shocking, dirty ways, brothers and sisters. How come the Ministry of Education has not put out a statement? I saw some of the videos, you know, guys. I saw some of the videos. I show you guys I've seen some of the videos right there. Like, what is going on? You know, stop it, man. Stop it, brothers and sisters. And the education individuals, I mean, certain things are happening in schools, and the people videotape it and just putting it out there, and no institution is saying anything about that. None. Only just quiet. That's normal? Okay. Well, brothers and sisters, like I indicated before, if you have incompetent head, obviously you're gonna have the rest of the body being incompetent. Because if the head cannot think properly, brothers and sisters, the body is just gonna do whatever it wants. And it's very clear. Why hasn't the Minister of Education put out something of that sort? Why can't they counteract these kind of things? They should be learning in school. You shouldn't be learning how to play with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Brothers and sisters, come on. I understand there's all sorts of things out there on social media, but at least, my goodness, at least there should be some education body that will be talking to people about certain things. But it seems like nobody cares, so they're just letting things run rampant in society, brothers and sisters. Come on. We can do better than that. For over 20 years, Dominica has been calling and complaining to Matt about SKERRIT and his corrupt Labour Party government. Today, we are in the same and multiplied by worse, brothers and sisters. We're in the same and a worse condition right there. People keep just calling Matt, brothers and sisters. It's interesting that people calling Matt to do something, or calling Matt to make their grievances be heard. But when they actually calling for action, nobody's showing up. What kind of cocomacaque is that now? What kind of march is this? We calling Matt all the time. Matt, hey, look that happening. Matt this, Matt that. I even think that partner from Texas make a song calling Matt, if that is the name of the song, I don't know. But they calling Matt all the time, you know. They need to stop their dirty ways and start taking action, brothers and sisters. A lot of us be talking just like this. Well, in that case, nobody even talking. But start talking so that action can happen. But in this regard, we need to stop call Matt and take action. No, we need to continuously call Matt and also take action in that regard. But it's very difficult in this time and age, brothers and sisters, because it seems like a number of persons are scared to do that. Matt is not your psychologist, priest, or pastor. No, brothers and sisters. Q95 is not a government office. If you have problems with your government, just call your high-paid, useless deputy minister. But even if you call in your high-paid, useless minister, they're useless. So calling them not going to make nothing happen, because I'm sure individuals have called a useless government. I haven't heard on the radio station some time back where the very DLP people were telling them that people are calling the government or the ministers or the PAL reps, and they're hiding. They're not showing their face. And it was even SKERRIT even said the same thing. But I suspect, is the enabler of that, because it seems like he's telling his PAL reps not to do anything. I say his PAL reps because it's not the people that put them there. He put them there for the people to vote for them. There's a difference. It's not the people's PAL rep, it's the Prime Minister's PAL reps that are there. And he most likely tell them, don't do anything in this place. I put you there to draw your money, shut your mouth, stay quiet, and just pretend everything is fine and dandy, brothers and sisters. When objective reality tells you completely the opposite. Matt is not the one you should be calling. You should be going after your ministers. If they are not doing things in society, if they are useless, what do you do? Cut them out. That's what you need to do. Like dumb leg, cut them out. Or cut them, turn them off. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I think that is very, very much vital right there. SKERRIT, I will not say that you are a liar like everybody else. I will simply ask you to stop disrespecting Dominicans. It's getting a bit ridiculous now. I listened to the press conference of the Prime Minister, and all I could do was just, hey, last week, you really telling that to people, and you think people, not everybody is foolish, you know. There are some people that are foolish, true. But to say or make statements to everybody, thinking everybody will be foolish enough to accept the foolishness that you're saying. I mean, come on. Come on, brothers and sisters. But this individual is saying, it's not that he's saying that SKERRIT is a liar like everybody else. Everybody like to claim SKERRIT is a liar. Sometimes it's just wicked, the man wicked. And not just him, you know, but the individuals that tend to vote for him as well, they are equally as wicked too. I mean, when will we wake up, brothers and sisters? It's one thing to wake up the ministers who are wicked, but it's another thing to wake up the very people. Sometimes we are focusing on the wrong thing. Just like when we look at Dominica for taking lights, we don't realize the government is the one that causing that to happen. And just the same as the government is doing certain things, it is the wicked people in society that are allowing these people to do this magic. Sometimes the majority might be against them, but the majority is quiet because they don't want to lose their jobs. They don't want to lose certain little privileges. They don't want to, my child in school, alas, overseas, trying to make it, So they don't want to say nothing. Brothers and sisters, it's a tangled web that we weave, brothers and sisters. Very interesting stuff. Move along, brothers and sisters. So long, my family waiting to do surgery, and the thing getting bigger and bigger and biggest. And right now they can't cut it. I guess they can't cut it in Dominica. They can't cut in Dominica. So long, my family waiting to do surgery, and the thing getting bigger and bigger. Sometimes they tend to prolong. That's one of the things I always ask. I remember I asked a friend of mine. He said he had to do X-ray. I say, so when you have to, he tell me 2 months because they can't do it right now. 2 months. So my brother, if you have to do X-ray now, in 2 months, wouldn't it get worse? Whatever is inside there, wouldn't it get worse? I never fully understood why the hospital was doing that right there, telling people, oh, you don't have this person there or that person, or they cannot do it right now. They'll have to do it in 2 months. That was some time back, brothers and sisters, but I will never forget that. In 2 months, when he gave me the date. Unbelievable stuff. But remember, brothers and sisters, we have to remind you guys. Remember, the Prime Minister indicated to his very followers that he can send his children, he can send his family members overseas for better medical attention. Then ask them, the very people who are voting for him, to do something about making a better hospital. Because apparently the Minister of Health and these people are apparently not the one doing this. So it's based off SKERRIT that doing it, brothers and sisters. But to make a better healthcare system for them, he's asking them, what about you? It's very interesting when you look at the dynamics of certain things in the nature of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters. But let us continue right there. The hospital was plenty better years ago. This individual is saying right there. Now it's bingo. Live or dead, brothers and sisters. So sad. Not a good surgeon to get this thing out. It's interesting. And I agree. Hospitals back then were much better. Even in the hospitals in Portsmouth. Right now, they call a new hospital in Portsmouth a smart hospital because you can clap or walk in and light coming on. Not because you have better medical equipment that can do better surgeries or faster or whatever it is, or do proper efficient surgeries. Not because of that, no. But because the AC can cut off a little on the solar on top of the building, and when you walk in it have motion sensor lights. That is why they call it a smart hospital. Brothers and sisters, today, back in the day, I remember people used to do surgery in Portsmouth. Surgery, yes, unbelievable, not true. Surgery, people used to, local turn. People used to born baby in Portsmouth. There's right where the fire station was. I remember there was a if I remember correctly, I remember seeing a lot of women there, and they were pregnant and this kind of things there. They used to be inside there giving birth, brothers and sisters. Now this place is a fire station in Portsmouth. Ask me if it's a fire station, they say that there. Okay. Let us move on, brothers and sisters. Since our passport monies never made it to our consolidated fund, all those CBI passports should be revoked. And revocation, in revocation, it seems like we should be getting back. These people should be getting back the money because the money they reach. All the CBI monies should be sent back, brothers and sisters, and the passport revoked by the new government. Period. That's what the person wants in case of the new government change. It's interesting when you look at these brothers and sisters. Nothing wrong with that blasted man. He just wicked. His mind is fine. He love to hear all say his head. What? I guess he love to hear people say his head not good. But it's just the wicked. He's just wicked, brothers and sisters. Is that the case? Do you think the Prime Minister is wicked? The Dominica Prime Minister is wicked? Yes or no, brothers and sisters? I would like to know that in the comment box below. Right there. But Blessings is saying something very interesting to that regard. And of course, this individual is agreeing with Blessing. Blessing, you're so true. This man is evil and wicked. Right there. What is the brothers and sisters? We are in a situation right now, and of course, this is the situation right there. Banks in crisis, based on what the Prime Minister was saying. Banks are in crisis. I didn't hear anybody else talk about their banks in crisis. I know Dominica bank in crisis. It seems to the point where even the National Bank in Dominica want to give the government of Dominica money, and then I guess in the government trying to bring money from overseas. That self cannot come through because the boy. Boy, that is something else, sir. Because the banks themselves want to transfer money to Dominica because most likely, I don't know if it's true, but most likely it is because they cannot verify where the monies are coming from. Now, if the people who are buying the passports will pay the money directly to Dominica, then obviously they will see where the money come from. Oh, you came from you or you for this? Okay, great. That is all right there. You next. You okay? But okay, come to Dominica. You next. Okay, thousands of people obtaining. They can see where this money is coming from, and then come to Dominica. But if they're taking the monies and they send it to MMC or whichever company that is their brothers and sisters in Dubai, and that then Dubai taking that money and then they say okay, they set up people that send monies and you don't really have acknowledgement of that, but they try to send monies down through these banks to come to Dominica. The bank cannot verify. Because it's an indirect transfer. It's an indirect transfer, brothers and sisters. And I think this is why we're talking about the corresponding banks, brothers and sisters. This is why Dominica is in that criteria already. I saw this thing in accordance to Good Morning St. Lucia. And Dominican news, breaking news, brought it forth right there. I should actually go to the thing, but this was sent to me right there. So I'm just going to read it from there. The CPI files, the citizenship investment profile files. I don't know what the CIP, anyways. Program, sorry. Citizenship by investment program files, brothers and sisters. And of course, Kenneth Rejox financial crime blog. Money laundering, brothers and sisters. The T financing and financial crime, brothers and sisters. Wednesday, July 17. This is not Dominican, brothers and sisters. This is from Good Morning St. Lucia. Okay? Now, Wednesday, 17 July 2024, American banks start rejecting CBI payments for Dominica. For who? Oh, okay. American banks start rejecting citizenship by investment program payments for Dominica, setting affairs. Remember United Kingdom, brothers and sisters? United Kingdom? Remember United Kingdom say, oh, you can take out everybody and then only Dominica they remove from the visa-free access? Because the issue was residing in Dominica. I told you guys that, you know. Some of all you know. Anyways, the issue was residing in Dominica. No, Dominica is in another situation. Didn't I tell you guys that things are going to get worse? Brothers and sisters, oh, Lord have mercy. Only the hand of God, I tell you. Only the hand of Jah can stop what is about. Brothers and sisters, the American banks start rejecting CBI payments for Dominica, setting off fears of the loss of corresponding account relationships, which could cripple Caribbean economies. Where does it start in Dominica, brothers and sisters? All the other Caribbean islands have to do is to be transparent. They wouldn't have any issues. Just like when UK did not ban the other countries, the other 4 countries, that it said that it was going to ban from its visa-free access. Same thing. Dominica seems to be the root of all of these problems, brothers and sisters. I told you guys back in the day, no, that was happening. Dominica is the root of it all. Well, you don't want to believe me? Well, look at another one. St. Lucia, that pick it up. All right. American banks, I will read it again because this one is the green in circle. American banks start rejecting CBI payments for Dominica, setting off fears of the loss of correspondent account relationships, which could cripple Caribbean economies. A thought just came to mind. Why should it cripple Caribbean economies? Are the Caribbean economies totally putting all their eggs in the CBI basket? Yeah. I know St. Vincent is not doing that. Yet still St. Vincent is doing pretty well. Okay, pretty well. All right then. Continuing below, brothers and sisters, the economic situation in the Commonwealth of Dominica is dire after Bank of America, which maintains the primary correspondent relationship with the country's principal financial institution, reportedly rejected transactions that involve payments in the country's citizenship by investment, economic citizenship program, brothers and sisters, passport sales program. Oh, they pinpointed it out. No, I think this is the first one. Because the other one, I think, is about development. Because remember, SKERRIT was talking about 2 different types of CBI. One where, you know, people buying passports and stuff, where economic, you know, citizenship, blah, blah, blah. And the next one is through development and what have you, in that regard right there. So it seems like this is the first one in that regard right there. Its involvement in the payment in the country's citizenship by investment, economic citizenship passport sales program. Government application fees. So it's not just that, but government application fees and associated payments to local contractor building CBI funded projects are deemed essential to economic survival of the island nation and to the funding of its government. Then they talk about hurricanes and whatever, blah, 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 brothers and sisters. But this is very interesting, isn't it? So when people are talking about Prime Minister is wicked and this kind of things, all this, brothers and sisters. No, I'm not a person that would say, okay, SKERRIT wicked and that regard. But the evidence is there. The evidence, all this could have been prevented if we went by the laws of Dominica, sending all the monies that are raised as a result of Dominica, sending the money straight back to the consolidated fund. The individuals who buy these passports would be able to do what? Send the monies to Dominica. I do not understand. What is the issue, brothers and sisters, is understanding that very simple thing. The reason why Dominica is in the state that it is in right now, we lose visa-free access to a number of places, is because of CBI. The mismanagement of CBI, even with the very Prime Minister is indicating, oh, we are the best, most robust due diligence program. It's not just people obtaining the normal Dominican passport, criminals obtaining Dominican normal passports, you know. Criminals were given diplomatic. Boy. But it's not big. But sometimes I say, but Mystelics, what if you're wrong in that regard? What if you're wrong in that now? What if what you're saying there, you're not reading these things properly? Can you imagine I seen objective reality and I telling myself, because I don't want to believe what I am seeing, I am telling myself there's a possibility that what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, is not true, is lie, regardless of the fact that objective reality is telling me, yes, what I'm saying is true. And then other Caribbean countries are seeing what is going on. I remember the situation with Jamaica, and Jamaica was blaming Dominica. Boy, hey. Even the Jamaicans knew who was responsible for that. They put blame on Dominica. And people in Dominica seeing what is happening, and they want to pretend nothing is happening, you know. Brothers and sisters, we might call SKERRIT wicked. We might call SKERRIT wicked and all sorts of names, brothers and sisters. But he's not wicked, brothers and sisters. You. The people who seen and listening to the videos but refuse to do anything about it. When there are meetings and these kind of things, they're for people to gather. Sometimes they're trying to pay people not to enter these meetings. But they're paying you not to enter these meetings and you choose not to go, not realizing that what is happening in the outside world is affecting Dominica and it's affecting you. How people not getting that is beyond me, man. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let me get my lunch. A little lunch already. Let me go and eat my lunch, okay? Alright. Alright, brothers and sisters. But Mystelics, give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come from. It's your boy Mystelics once again. Be real! Salute the king always. My guide and my protector. One thing, that's why you have to salute the king. Be real, brothers and sisters. Be positive.